In 2026, you're not just competing against kids in your state, you're going against hundreds of thousands of players, including internationals and kids in the transfer portal. So being a good player isn't enough anymore. You need to elevate your game. And if you're a center mid who's been training on your own, putting in the work, but you still feel overlooked, the problem isn't your work rate. It's that you don't have a clear system that turns your hard work into real results. My name is Chris Cushing. I used to struggle with the exact same thing. I was an average player on my high school's JV team. And then I was a D1 center mid for 4 years and a captain at a top 75 Division I team at the College of Charleston. And throughout my career, I've developed a system that's now getting center mids better highlights, more respect from teammates and coaches, and more college attention because they're balling out in games. And they're doing this without following any more TikTok drills, spending hours at the fields, or going to some in-person private training for only 1 or 2 times a week. And in the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can become a complete center midfielder. But let me be clear, it's not some cheat code. So if you're afraid of putting the real work in, then you can just click off this video. Great, so since you're still here, you need to understand one thing. The reason that you're not dominating the midfield is because you're not putting your effort into the things that actually matter. You don't know the D1 methods on how to train, how to think, and how to perform. And trust me, I didn't know it all when I was in high school. I learned through a ton of trial and error. Going into my senior year of high school, I had 0 offers from college coaches. But through pure desire, I got offered to play D1 soccer at Winthrop University. And then when I first showed up on campus, I was the worst player there. So I got to work, but I did things different this time. See, I had seen the top center mids and how they trained. So I started training more intentionally. I had seen how they approached the mental game. So I learned how to develop actual confidence that stays. And when I combined my work rate to doing the right things, well, I went from being a bench player to a starter, and then the next year having the most minutes on the team. After that, I entered the transfer portal, and all of a sudden, all of those schools that never responded to any of my emails in high school were the first ones to reach out to me. That's when I realized I was a good player back in high school, but I wasn't undeniable, and it's because I didn't have a clear system. And that's why I wasn't getting the offers that I felt like I deserved. So I transferred to College of Charleston, I became a captain, and I led the team to a record-breaking season and got invites to pro trials. I went through all of that completely blind. I never had a private coach, and I never had a mentor, and it's my biggest regret to this day because I could have gone way further. So now I'm committed to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that I did, trying to do it all alone. I've created a proven system to help players all across the country become standout center mids. The complete center mid pathway is built on the 3 pillars of player development that I've learned every center mid needs to follow to dominate games. The first pillar is a new perspective on training. See, Lyndon was the guy that was always getting the extra work in, and he saw some improvement by just training on his own, but he still felt overlooked by his teammates and his coaches. And he was just following drills off of TikTok and YouTube that weren't really designed for him. So when we started working together, we simplified what he needed to be doing at the fields. And since then, he's been enjoying practicing again, showing up to games with confidence, and getting the respect that he deserves.
I now am more effective in my training and more effective in my game. I am a better player because of what Chris has brought. I have recently been getting opportunities to train with some other ECNL squads again, with some D1 commits, and I have never felt more confident playing with players of that. I'm truly standing out with players regardless, D1 commit, MLS next, it doesn't matter.
The second focus for a center mid is the mental transformation. Theo knew that it was his mentality that was holding him back. He would play great at practices or pick up with friends, but when it came to real pressure games, he would make one mistake and then just spiral from there. He'd finish games and start to worry about how time was running out for him to get college offers. And he wouldn't be able to play at the next level if he didn't improve his confidence. So he joined the program, and within 2 months, he started reacting to mistakes way better and showing up to games ready to dominate. The third pillar is having constant support from someone that's already been exactly where you want to go as a player. See, Santi had tried working with a private coach before, but he was just another generic player in a generic program doing stuff that he could have just been doing on his own. And he was getting advice from somebody who hadn't played D1 soccer, which he wanted to do. So when he joined the program, I didn't just give him cone drills and tell him good luck. He was getting real feedback throughout the week on his decisions, his habits, and his games. And after just 3 months, his teammates respect him more, he's a better leader, and he shows up to games with more confidence.
It's like the respect has increased because of how I talk, how I lead, you'll be able to improve in what you want, like whether that's mental, technical, physical. Like it's just up to like how much work you put in. And if you are interested in it, like it will work out if you train with him.
With that being said, you need a clear system and constant support from someone who knows exactly what it takes. So inside the program, I'll make you a development plan designed to go hand in hand with your schedule. You'll get analysis from me on the session that you're doing from the plan, and we'll do film review to make sure you know exactly what to focus on the next game you play. But probably the most important part, you're getting constant one-on-one support from me to make sure you're staying on track for your long-term soccer goals. And you can see from all the results, my guys are getting big changes since joining the program. So option 1, you work with me and become a standout center mid and a real college prospect. Or option 2, you keep trying it on your own and keep making the same mistakes. But keep in mind, I only work with a select number of athletes. This is not another copy and paste program. This is a real transformation. So if you want to be the center mid that everyone's talking about, here are your next steps. If we haven't spoke yet, you can click the first link directly under this video and apply to work with me one-on-one. If you receive this video through Instagram, then simply reply saying that you're ready to hear more.